I'm Patrick Lancaster, and right now we are in the center of Donetsk, and once again Ukrainian forces have opened fire with rockets on the center of Donetsk, hitting many civilian areas, and we can even hear more in the distance coming. But this church, the Holy Transfiguration Cathedral in the center of Donetsk, was also hit for a second time. And is this a military target? Should Ukraine be firing on this church or this whole neighborhood here where there's just businesses, shops? Many businesses have been hit today. Many civilian homes and apartments have been hit. Can you answer? Can you tell the government officials what Ukraine is doing here? Something needs to happen to stop this attacks on civilians in the center of Donetsk. And anywhere in the world, civilians coming under attack is not right. But we're here in Donetsk to show you what's happening here, to show you the senseless random attacks on civilians by Ukrainian forces in the center of Donetsk. Please like, subscribe, and share. Now let's go in and have a look to see what the situation is in the church. Oh. One thing I didn't mention, that kind of hits me close to the heart, because this is where my oldest son was baptized. It's a real shame. And we can see the debris that's just fallen down here from the top of the church. We've actually got two impacts, one at the top and one here. So we're gonna maybe try to go inside and take a look. And we can see here the casing, or the motor, you could say, of the Grad rocket itself. And we can see the hole in the side of the dome here in the church. It seems no one was injured here, but it's said purportedly that there's been at least 7 injured in Donetsk in this attack this morning. We can thank God that the majority of the church wasn't destroyed. It's just the one hole in the roof and then another impact outside, as we saw. So we'll have a little bit of a look around here again in here, and then hit, bad word I guess to use, but go to another location where there was these attacks this morning by Ukrainian forces on the civilian population of Donetsk. Oh. Что ты сказал?
Муниципальное образовательное учреждение, школа номер 2 имени Героя Советского Союза.
Школа, да? За детей, да?
Да, лицей.
Ага. Сколько лет детей будет здесь, когда они работают дома?
После 9 класса лет 14.
Ага.
И выше.
Слава Богу, не работают, да?
Да, слава Богу.
Фигню кто-нибудь будет убирать или что-нибудь?
Да, я не знаю. Можно сказать, что произошло?
Ну как что? Прилетело в 7 утра.
Да?
Да.
И как вы думаете, почему? Может, военный объект здесь? Это военный объект?
Нет, это школа.
Ага.
Это церковь, это администрация.
Ага.
Все вокруг побили.
Ага. Администрация тоже попала?
Ну вон она куча, видите, на той стороне. Такая же воронка.
Библиотека, да?
Ну, конечно, ну вот она, вот прямо, видите, прямо сразу.
Ага, понял.
Вот там тоже воронка. Здесь по прямое попадание в купол в церкви.
Да, мы уже вижу это. И тут только один?
Один.
Один.
Ну вот мы ждем, потому что там видно остаток или снаряда, или что мы не можем.
Это там, да?
Да, да.
Ага.
Вам не видно его?
Не, мы только здесь.
Ну вон, сейчас я вам... наверное, ребята уже его вытащили. Да, были МЧС и российские были ребята. Они вытащили, саперы, минеры, кто тут был, я не знаю.
И как вы думаете, почему украинские стреляют здесь? На школу?
Откуда мы знаем? Они по нам стреляют уже 9-й год.
Да, я знаю. Не, может, они подумал, это церковь военный объект, или как? Как могу... Думал, они специальные?
Здесь военных нет нигде. В центре города нету их нигде. Если мы их, по крайней мере, не видим и не знаем.
Ага. Это уже каждый день, да?
Каждый день, да. Вот сегодня в 7 утра на работе было уже 2 человека. Вот это мы все это слушали, слышали и видели.
И они опять, да?
Опять. Это Киевский район.
И знаю тут, или церковь, или там ранено, или нет?
Нет, нет. Ну мы целые остались. Вот нас 2 было. Там немножко окна у нас повредило, а так... Ну тут буквально, ну чуть-чуть не долетело. Так бы угол снесло.
Ага, хорошо. Извините, спасибо. So we don't have to say much here. You heard it from the woman herself, and you see this hole in front of this school. Thank God that the authorities of the Donetsk People's Republic have closed the schools, so there was no children that got injured here today. They were closed because of the war, because I know that Ukraine fires on civilian areas, civilian schools, civilian hospitals every day now. So they did a good job of closing all the schools and saving lives of children. So let's go see another location that was hit. And just in case we didn't mention it before, that school was right next to the church. So now we're just across the street from both of those in front of the local administration building. And it appears that there was an impact here that they've already started to clean up, but we're gonna take a closer look. Well, that is strange. О. Ага.
Алюминий.
Да, вроде града. Не думал, что это града. And the library just across here has no windows left. And over here has no windows. So apparently it hit here behind us and knocked out all these windows, or maybe there's another impact. Okay, I see. Okay, so we see that there was 2 impacts here. One over there that we saw that made the street come up a bit, and we see all these windows here. It wasn't necessarily only that one. It seems here there was another rocket that came straight over this building, landed here and exploded, knocked out all those windows, knocked out all these windows. And we see the administration here doesn't seem to be touched at all. But this is the very, very center. Okay, so we moved on a little bit, and right now we're just across, again, from the church itself, from the school that saw the impact, and then over there is the street of the administration that we saw the impact as well. Okay, now we've got another impact. And this one says a lot. We get a lot of information from this. This impact obviously came from that direction. Now, looking at the maps, it seems like that direction is more or less the Avdiivka, Pesky direction of the front line, in that direction where Ukraine fires on the center of Donetsk from. And we can see the same thing happened on the side of that church. It came from that direction as well. So there's a lot more locations that have been hit, so we're going to move on. And we can see all of the cars that are still going. People are just used to this. This happened just hours ago. We can see the holes just here and across the street. But there's so many people that are still just going to work, living their lives. Because they've been living this for 9 years almost. All right, now we're just getting ready to cross the street back here to next to the church. And that's because like these rockets come down, they come down in like a square. And we're gonna go across over to this kind of strip mall office store area that took a direct hit. Looks like a lot of the upper floor was completely destroyed. So let's go. All right, and we've moved on to this little strip mall here, which we can see the whole upper floor is gone. And this is all stores and other things, even offices in this building. And we can see almost destroyed now. And if we go a little bit over here, you can see this is like a university, a technical university, where they also have housings for students. And you can see some of that was damaged here. And if we go over here, we can see another impact, and you can see here's exactly what the building is, and it's a good thing that the Donetsk People's Republic authorities have thought ahead and closed the universities, closed the schools because of the war, because they know Ukraine is shelling all of the universities, stores here in the center, even the hospitals. They say every single hospital in the Donetsk People's Republic has damage from Ukrainian shelling. Now here's another impact. We've already filled in some of it here. This a couple hours ago was the attack, but we're showing you everything we can. So now we're gonna head a little farther. We're still on the same line. It was Administration Street, school, church. Now we're across the street from a church on this side, another school, strip mall, and now a little bit farther around the same area, we're told there's a hospital that's been hit. So let's go check that out. Okay, we're just walking behind the office parts of the strip mall area. We see that there's another impact right over here. So let's go check that out. So here's the impact right behind the strip mall, and we see it didn't come from that direction. And up here we see there's trees covering the skyline here, so it didn't come that direction. But if we look over here, we see there's knockdown trees from here and an open clearing here where it appears that the rocket flew from, which is basically the exact same direction as over there. We're making our way a little closer to the area we think the hospital's at, and we've already found another impact here on the ground. So us today have seen over, I guess, what, 9 so far, but purportedly there was about 40, a full truck of rockets fired. But we've seen a lot. I mean, we're definitely not going to get to them all today, but let's go see if we can find the hospital, see what the damage was. Sure. Здравствуйте. Где прилет был? Прилет где был? Прилет. Саш.
Летело где?
Прилет. Там есть.
Ага. Что это здание?
Котельная.
Котельная. Войны нету здесь, да?
Ну вот, греют дома.
Ага, дом, да?
Дома греют, да. Отопление.
Ага, понял. За ватар и тепление. Ага. Ага, не военный объект, да?
Нет.
Здрасте.
Делай натяжку. Вот одна.
Ага. Град, да? О, вот, видите это. Да, именно град.
туда, тут особо и не видно ее. Осколки разлетелись, на нее никто не обращает внимания. А сам основной прилет с той стороны в крышу.
Ага. Откуда это стреляет?
Откуда? Оттуда.
Ага.
Это тоненькая, наверное, из тоненького стреляют.
Ага. Украинский, да?
Конечно.
И как вы думаете, почему они стреляют здесь?
Ну, максимальный урон причинит донецким жителям.
Может, они пытаются военный объект стреляют? Военный объект здесь?
Нету военных объектов. Котельная. Идет отопление на жилые дома.
Ага.
Да, все-таки пакет выпустили.
Ой, что они будут делать? Здравствуйте. Все нормально?
Все отлично. Как видите,
Ага. Что вы сделаете сейчас?
разбор конструкции.
Ага. Вас кто вы как пожар? или-
Старший, вон, старший.
Ага. Можно, да?
Да, конечно. Нет, секунду, вовнутрь не заходите, пожалуйста.
Хорошо, хорошо. Wow, это не маленький, блин. Это не маленький. So the fire department is here on this water boiling heating plant. This is a place that heats the water for the radiators of apartments. They're getting ready to do some destruction here to make sure the dangerous parts of the building are taken care of correctly. We're going to try to get in for a second. They say it's dangerous, but we're going to wait on the supervisor and see if we can get in and have a look to see exactly what the damage was. Это, это электрик затопление, да?
Это электрик, поделок отопления. Для отопления котельной здесь электричество было. Станция, подстанция.
So this is like the electric room of the boiler for heating the water for the radiators of the apartments near here. This is what heats the water that heats the people, that will keep them warm through the winter. We see this has been totally destroyed here, and a lot of other shrapnel has gone through the windows and other places. So now we're going to move on to the next location that's been hit. We'll let the firefighters do their work here to make sure it's safe. Это отопление, да?
Да.
Это да, отопление.
Ага. And we see another impact here at this building, which is part of the hospital. They call this the student hospital here in center Donetsk. And we can see this was a big impact here on the roof. And again, where we just were at the water heating area, that's about 50 meters in that direction, if not less. And we can see the shrapnel came across and knocked out all the windows here, or at least over half of them, of this a small apartment building, or hostel. It's basically another building that the Donetsk People's Republic authorities gave small apartments to people who have been victims of shelling, their homes destroyed, or they live in dangerous areas. There's many of these buildings around the center here that the Donetsk People's Republic authorities try to bring, and have been doing for 8 years, bringing people to safety in a somewhat safe environment. But we see it's already not safe here. Let's see if we can get a little closer into the impact here. All right, so we just came into the downstairs entrance of this part of the hospital, and we're going to try to make our way up to the area that actually got hit.
Патрик Lancaster.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте, Патрик. Мы вас очень рады видеть.
Да, тоже.
Ну вы уже поздравили намного.
А что ж вы так поздно приехали?
Уже много места было, и я чуть-чуть забыл.
Да, мы просто не знаем, где еще прилет. У нас больницу тут хорошо на 4-м. На английском только дочь моя может. Я не могу. Вот здесь у нас женщина лежала. Больная. Вот. В голову ранение, у нее там зашили, все. Вот
Все
это
будет
всё.
нормально? Она будет хорошо?
Нормально, оказали первую помощь, да, как бы.
И за что она лежит здесь?
Ну, у нее цирроз печени, у нее с печенью там, с печенью очень плохо, проблемы, да.
И
как бы вот здесь ее
только один раненый был, да?
Да, одна. У нее в ногу и в голову ранение было. Так, а так все, кровь здесь. Первую помощь оказали, ей зашили. Она во второй палате у нас сейчас, ее там перевели.
Ага.
Вон ну, туда зайдете, там я веревочку повязала.
This is the doctor's office, Pierce. Oh, maybe a nurse's area to sleep. And another sleeping area. Luckily, it looks like it wasn't being used. All right, there was reportedly 40 rockets that came down in this attack. I don't know how many we've seen, maybe 15, something like this. But we've shown you as much as we can here. We can't go all over the city showing you every single rocket that hits every single time, several times a day. But we're showing you the facts here on the ground of how Ukraine is firing on civilian areas in the center of Donetsk. I mean, what did we see today? To recap, a church that was hit, 2 schools, hospital, the water heating plant for the heating of apartments so that people don't freeze to death. This is not right. I'm not on the west side of Ukraine. I can't show you what's going on there, but I can show you what's going on here. And I'm here because the Western mainstream media won't show you this. Anything that's not positive for Ukraine, they won't show you. They won't show you the atrocities and the war crimes that Ukraine commits on the civilians of Donetsk and a lot of Donbass. But I will, and I will continue. So please like this video, share it across all social media. And remember, we're totally independent and crowdfunded journalists. We're only able to do this work because we're supported by our viewers like you. So please, support our work with the link on the screen or in the description. There's more to come. We're out.